What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, okay, making their debut on the channel tonight, we have Loathe. Yes, indeed. How about that? Loathe making their debut on the channel. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi bob, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from MAT. Yeah, MAT. And this is actually MAT's prioritized request for the month of June for being a silver tier member on the Patreon page. So here you go, MAT. Hope you enjoy the show, man. MAT wanted to see me react to this. It is Loathe with a song called White Hot.
Ow! My biscuits are burning! Fire in the hatch! Oh, eat green hornet toads! That's smart!
Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, yeah, I've heard this song before, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by Sharp Tone Records, okay? And the video has 618,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. A link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Loathe, White Hot, official music video. Wah, wah, wah.
Damn it!
Yeah, we got that word official coming off of a record label. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that's probably their record label, more than likely. So, yeah. Look, you know what I'm going to say, so I'm not going to say it. I'm just going to say let's, we'll have to just wait and see what happens and hope for the best. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
got some chops. Drummer's got some definite chops. Coming up with that drum pattern. Not exactly on the 2s and 4s or the 1s and 3s. A little offbeat there. Nice. Nice. Here's the thing. It was a little awkward, yeah, but it felt good and it fit the context of the song. And it still fit within the meter. So I got no issue with it. I thought it was very kind of almost like avant-garde jazz almost. It felt nice. I dug it. And what made it even cooler was the fact that, you know, here's the bass and the guitar is just staying straight over it, letting the drums really kind of do its thing. And I'm kind of like, okay, all right, kind of tip the cap a little bit there. That was unexpected for sure. The rest of the song, for the most part, straight ahead. I think the chorus is the heavy part. So they started with the chorus. The very first thing we heard in the song was the chorus. Interesting. I kind of dig that. It's different. It's definitely different. The bass tone. I can't help but notice they're using distortion on the bass. It is a little crunchier than normal for distortion on bass, but here's the thing. They did EQ it enough to give it an attack. So they raised the presence on it and probably the gain as well. So you could hear a defined attack. It's still thick. It's still crunchy, maybe a little thicker than you want for a bass tone, but you can still hear a defined beginning of each note. You can hear a defined attack. So it works. It absolutely works. I don't know if I would ever want to go that thick with my bass playing, but it does work. So not a bad thing. Let's keep going here. Yeah, not the biggest fan of the ending. Like the last 40 seconds. Yeah, not the biggest fan of that. But overall, not a bad listen. Not a bad listen at all. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Loathe with White Hot. This was a request from MAT. And this was actually MAT's prioritized request for the month of June for being a silver tier member on the Patreon page. So there you go, MAT. Hope you enjoyed the show, man. Before I give my score, I just want to be very clear about this. I did not hate the song, okay? I didn't dislike the song. I didn't loathe, no pun intended, I didn't loathe the song.
Oh, and that's just precious.
No, it was fine. I got absolutely no issue with whatsoever other than the ending. The ending I was kind of taken off by. But I mean, but overall, I didn't hate the song, okay? So when I give the score, I don't want people thinking that I hated the song or I'm disrespecting the song or anything like that. No. I promise, if you hear me out, it's all gonna make sense, okay? Let's start off with the score. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give that a 6.3. Yeah, 6.3. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, 6.3. What does that mean? Well, a 6.3 would equate out to a pretty good scale rating, okay? So I think it's a pretty good song. It would get 3 out of 5 stars, and it would get a B- letter grade. So there you go. 6.3, pretty good scale rating, 3 out of 5 stars, and a B- letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? So glad you asked. Okay, look, remember, everybody, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're Loathe, or you're Beyonce, or you're Baby Metal, or you're Love Bites, or you're Nightwish, or you're Pearl Jam. I don't care who you are. Everybody starts at 5.0. Everybody does. And this moved up from a 5.0 up to a 6.3, okay? So keep that in mind first and foremost. Now, the starting off of the song, the very beginning of the song, took me back. It definitely took me aback a little bit. I was like, that's a really intense way to start. I'm glad they brought it down. They were playing with some dynamics. That was nice. I was glad to see that there's some movement within the approach to the song, within the direction of the song. I was glad to see that. I get the feeling, though, because after they came down, they brought it back up and they played that exact same phrase again. That, to me, kind of felt like this is the chorus. So they started the song off, no introduction, no melody leading in, no direction as far as lulling you into any kind of a sense of feeling. No, they kicked you right in the mouth from the beginning with that hard-hitting, intense chorus. I liked it. I absolutely liked that. It was different. Something that you don't hear very often. You don't hear too many songs start with the chorus. That was interesting. I absolutely will give credit where credit's due. I did like how they did come down and they came back up again for the chorus, and they brought it back down again for the verse. I believe that's the verses, I think. But in any case, it took us on a little bit of a ride, and that was really nicely done. I liked it. Vocally, if I'm being honest, not the biggest fan of the vocal work. Very grit and growl heavy. At times, I could hear some melodic undertone happening within the vocals, so it was all right. It just, I wasn't the biggest fan of it. I'm not gonna sit here and go, oh, I give the vocals an 8. No. At best, I might give the vocal work like maybe around a 5.6, 5.7. It was all right. It was okay, but I'm not gonna sit here and go, I loved it, because I obviously didn't. Though there were 2 things that really kind of stuck out to me that I really enjoyed. Number 1, the bass tone. I'm not usually the biggest fan of heavy, thick distortion on bass, unless you EQ it properly. And even then, there's still a limit to how far you should really kind of go with distortion. I do feel like they took the distortion level a little bit past the comfort threshold of where bass distortion should be, because it's a lower register instrument. It's a much lower than a guitar would go. It's a whole octave lower. And when you take a guitar distortion patch that is meant for distortion for a guitar and you put it on a bass, it's gonna sound a little muddy. It didn't, just ever so slightly sound a little bit muddy. Now, I will give credit, the bass player obviously understands this because he EQ'd his bass properly to get as much of the muddiness out of it as he could. And bonus points for increasing the gain and increasing the presence so you could hear a solid attack. That made a big difference. It really did. Without that solid attack, it would have just sounded like mush, and I would be absolutely slamming the hell out of the bass player for it. As it is, I'm actually complimenting the bass player for having the forethought to use, if they're gonna use that super thick distortion patch on the bass, at the very least, bring up the presence and the gain. I have said that time and time again. There is a way around it, and that's the way around it, and they did it. So I gotta give whoever was in charge of that, I have a feeling it was the bass player himself. Smart move, increasing the presence, increasing the gain to give you that attack so you could hear a defined start to each note. Very important. Otherwise, you would have had just through the whole song, you would have had a muddy mess. So nice job. The guitar tone, liked it. I had no issue with it. The other thing that really impressed me though was the drumming. The drumming was very well done. In particular, I like that one section where I paused and I kind of had to go back and listen to it again because the drummer kind of took off on his own with this little like almost like avant-garde jazz feel. A lot of offbeat usage, hitting 3 accents into it would be 2 accents and then 3 accents, and all in different places. So that felt nice. I know it's gonna sound weird. Did it sound awkward? Yes, but it sounded awkward in a very nice way because there was a pattern. It was an established pattern that you could lock into. And I liked the approach from the guitars and the bass. They kind of backed off a little bit and they let the drummer do his thing. Smart move again. It definitely shone the spotlight on the drummer a little bit and gave the drummer a little chance to shine. And clearly the drummer's got chops. So no, that was very well done. I absolutely will tip the cap and give credit where credit's due. Yeah, great job, drummer. Absolutely. I'm not gonna sit here and say I was blown away by it. I'm not gonna sit here and say I loved it. I'm not gonna sit here and go, it's the most impressive song I've ever heard in my life. No, it's not. No, I didn't. No, it wasn't. But at the same time, it wasn't bad. It was not bad. The only thing I didn't really enjoy, in all honesty, were the last 40 seconds or so. I don't have exactly the exact amount of seconds it was. The ending. Very freeform, very, I was actually trying to lock in with the meter and I couldn't find it. It was kind of weird. And it just got very dissonant with no resolution at all. It was just pure dissonance. And I've never been a fan of that. I like dissonance as long as it resolves. I don't care how it resolves. It could resolve major, it could resolve minor, as long as it resolves. But when we're just doing flat 5s everywhere, all over the place, flat 5s and flat 2s, and I'm just like, where's the resolution? I don't care if we resolved a minor. I'm fine with that, but just resolve, please. And we never had it. So it felt very, very uncomfortable. Now, I know there's gonna be people who love that. They love that discomfort. They love feeling uncomfortable like that. And they're gonna go, oh, that's the best part of the whole song. Okay, listen, that is absolutely your opinion. And I'm not gonna sit here and go, your opinion's wrong. Not at all. I'm not saying that whatsoever. I'm saying for me personally, I wasn't a fan of it. I didn't enjoy it, and I didn't like listening to the ending at all. I'm sure there are people that do. More power to them. I'm not gonna try and take anything away, but my own personal feelings with this song, nah, didn't dig the ending at all. Like I said, I'm not a fan of dissonance without resolution. So, did that affect the score? Yeah, it did. It did bring the score down, but it didn't bring it down a lot. We're literally talking about maybe a 0.2 or 0.3 difference, possibly 0.3. Not a big deal. So without that ending, we would be at like maybe a 6.5, 6.6, somewhere in there. But like I said, we're not getting up, folks. This never had a chance to be up in the 7s. It never did. So, but it's okay. Look, it's still getting a pretty good score, regardless if it was a 6.5, 6.6, or in this case, where I'm leaving it at a 6.3. So yeah, I feel good with that score, and that's where we're gonna stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We got a 6.3, which is a pretty good skill rating, 3 out of 5 stars, and a B- letter grade. Take your pick, I don't care, whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's gonna do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hope I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.